Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Throwback Thursday. Normally we talk about some movie news and I give you an older movie that you might want to see that's somehow related to it. But today we have news that Gal Gadot is not done as Wonder Woman and that she will be getting a new Wonder Woman movie under the James Gunn DCU. So we're going to talk a little bit about why that might be. So let's jump right into it. Okay. So Gal Gadot has said she's not done with the DCU, that she's not done with the character of Wonder Woman. And speaking to comicbook.com in an interview to promote her brand new movie, Heart of Stone, she mentioned how the DCU bosses, James Gunn and Peter Safran, were discussing with her the character of Wonder Woman. She goes on to say, I love portraying Wonder Woman. It is so close and dear to my heart. And from what I heard from James and Peter is that we are going to develop a Wonder Woman 3 together. Now what makes this important is the fact that this is not anything that I haven't told you before. This is something that James Gunn has kind of said all along. But the question is why? How can you do this and make it so that Gal Gadot can continue as Wonder Woman and yet have it be that these other people are not able to? Because it's not a matter of the popularity of the actor, because if it was, then Henry Cavill would still be your Superman. However, it depends on the story that they want to tell and the story that they need to tell. And when you have a character like Henry Cavill's Superman that was so closely aligned with everything having to do with the previous universe, that character sometimes has to become a little bit of a sacrificial lamb. That character has to go the wayside to make something new. But do you have to take everything and destroy everything and rip down everything? Normally, yes, you do. However, the DCU is very much like the MCU in that they have a multiverse, and this multiverse will allow for people who look like the other versions of the characters to exist simultaneously. So the very fact that you could have a Henry Cavill Superman somewhere down the line, or quite possibly Henry Cavill could come back even in another Superman movie playing Superman older than what he is in this new movie. However, that's kind of doubtful because you have a younger Superman. You're probably going to want to stick with the actor so the actor can portray the role for the time being. That being said, you have Ben Affleck, who kind of bowed out himself. Ben Affleck didn't want to continue playing Batman. It wasn't that he wasn't up for that option. Ezra Miller becomes a little bit different of a scenario because Ezra Miller had controversy of their own, which ultimately ended with them not being able to portray the Flash in future movies. Jason Momoa is rumored to be playing Lobo. However, here's the thing about that. With Jason Momoa continuing to play Aquaman, it makes sense. If he does end up playing Lobo, this makes sense too. James Gunn is no stranger to giving older actors new roles. Just look at Nathan Fillion, who had a part in the Suicide Squad that James Gunn did under the old powers that be at the DCEU. And now he is going to be playing one of the Lanterns. And this is kind of big news for him because it shows that James Gunn is willing to give older actors new roles in order to incorporate them into this world. However, when you have something that works, you don't really need to fix it. And Gal Gadot has had her critics in terms of her playing Wonder Woman. Of course she has. However, the thing about that is that Gal Gadot, while she's had her critics about her playing Wonder Woman, has been doing so very well. The first movie made a lot of money, and the second movie, not so much. But Gal Gadot remains one of the nicer actors to meet up with, apparently, in the DCU. She is one of those people that you instantly love, according to everything that I have heard. And you can actually see in interviews that she is very quite infectious and people want to work with her. And that's the thing. You want actors around that people want to work with, but you also got to have the story you're able to tell. And unfortunately, when we're looking at the previous universe, there is a lot that can't be used. You can't bring back Henry Cavill's Superman. You have to kind of reboot a little bit. And with the multiverse, they really do allow this to happen. So when you look at the basic bottom line, the basic bottom line is money. Money makes the world go round. And the first Wonder Woman movie did amazing. Now, the second one, like I said, not as much, but it still made an okay box office. Don't let these people who are critics of everything to do with DC tell you that it didn't make box office, because it did. It made a lot of money. Did it make as much money as the first one? Was it a critical success? No, because the first one did so well that the anticipation for the second one does become that much higher. So when that doesn't happen, you have to kind of step back. And that's kind of what they did. They stepped back. And then by the time they got the ball rolling with another announcement of a Wonder Woman movie, James Gunn had taken over. James Gunn met with all the previous actors, every last one of them, and all of them really had nothing mean and horrible to say about him, because he did kind of lay it all on the line and tell them, this is why you are in this movie and this is why you are. And basically that's the understanding that I got, is that James Gunn did meet with all of these actors and kind of let them know what's up. So the fact that Gal Gadot is not going anywhere shouldn't be that much of a surprise. I knew this a long time ago because James Gunn even said, as far as he knows, Gal Gadot is not done. He more or less pointed it out for you in a tweet a long time ago when he first took over. It really isn't that long ago, but you know, it's starting to seem like he's been at the reign now for a little bit longer, and we haven't gotten a whole lot going on because it takes a while to build this universe. And the importance of Gal Gadot continuing on as Wonder Woman is that it does let you know that he is willing to hire back these actors, even if it is as different characters, i.e., once again, with Nathan Fillion. Now, that being said, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman being successful, can it be successful again? The short answer is yes. With the right guidance and the right script, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman has never been that bad. And here's another red flag as to why he was actually always going to bring back Gal Gadot. See, he was going to do an animated Wonder Woman series. That's right. He wants to do an animated Wonder Woman series. And when you have an actor or actress who loves the roles and you can keep them somehow in those roles, you definitely want to do so. And to have her voice this character in an animated form, the way that he plans on having the Creature Commando actors do in their stuff, is one more reason that it's plausible to keep her around. Now, the other reason comes down to this. The other reason comes down to part of the thing that he is building upon is what previously existed. He has never said this is going to be a complete reboot. Every time you hear that, just take that and throw that out the window. It was never going to be a complete reboot. He was going to use as many people as he could for whatever reasons that he could. He just had to make it all work. And the way to do that is through the multiverse. With everything changing with the Flash movie and them being in a completely new multiverse, it becomes completely acceptable. This kicks off the Wonder Woman Amazon series. The Amazon series that's coming, that's a prequel to the whole Wonder Woman saga. That's going to be set in the new universe. But It will probably use some of the same things that you have heard previously. It's not going to reboot the entire thing that we've heard in the past. And nothing is actually going to change. You can enjoy the multiverse together. The Snyderverse and this new universe are basically the same universe. And putting Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is the way that he chooses to acknowledge this. But also, don't forget, like I've said, if Aquaman is successful, then Jason Momoa could find his way to be an Aquaman again. Okay, so what do you guys think about that news? We want to hear from you, so go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment box below. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Make sure you're hitting that like button. It's free. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. Then at the end of the day, you know it, I know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.